Imagine being immortal, able to heal anything, but carrying a burden so heavy that all you want to do is die. This is the dilemma of Wolverine, the Marvel tormented hero. In today's video, we will explore how Wolverine's constant struggle with his own existence can teach us profound lessons about our faith and our spiritual journey. Have you ever felt so overwhelming that you wanted to give up? Have you faced moments when the pain seemed unbearable and hope seemed distant? Let's dive into the Wolverine story and discover how these inner struggles can mirror our own, and most importantly, how we can find strength and purpose in the midst of hardship. By watching this video, you will not only learn more about one of the comic's most complex characters, but we will also find inspiration and comfort to face your own challenges. Come with us on this journey and discover that even in the darkest hours, there is always a light that can guide our way. Wolverine, born James Howlett in the 19th century Canada, is a character whose story is marked by deep trauma and an incessant battle against his own destiny. From a young age, Logan, as he came to be known, faced a great pain. The discovery of his bone claws, the loss of his loved ones, and a life of wars and battles shaped a hardened and lonely man. His immortality, resulting from an advancing healing factor, transforms his life into a continuous cycle of pain and survival. The healing factor also slows his aging, allowing him to live for a period far beyond the normal human, surviving countless eras and historical events. Wolverine's immortality and the healing factor make him a nearly indestructible warrior, capable of withstanding and recovering from almost any physical injury. This makes him a formidable force in combat and a valuable ally in situations of extreme danger. Immortality comes with a significant emotional and psychological toll. Wolverine is forced to watch his friends and loved ones grow old and die while he continues to live. This results in a deep sense of isolation and loneliness, often portrayed in this history. Wolverine's immortality also raises existential questions about the purpose and value of life. He struggles with the fact that despite his ability to survive, he often feels as though he is trapped in an endless cycle of pain and violence. These elements makes Wolverine a complex and multifaceted character whose struggle with his own immortality adds significant depth to his story and development. This scenario is reminiscent of the biblical story of Job. Job was an upright, God-fearing man who was subjected to extreme suffering, losing everything he held dear. Amidst the desolation, Job maintained his faith, questioning and lamenting, but without abandoning his trust in God. Wolverine, although he does not express an explicit religious faith, faces his challenges with a similar tenacity. His immortality, which could be seen as a blessing, often turns out to be a curse, forcing him to live in a world where everyone he loves eventually dies while he continues to fight. Jeremiah, known as the Weeping Prophet, also offers an interesting parallel. Jeremiah faced scorn from his own people, was ridiculed and imprisoned for his unpopular message, and witnessed the destruction of Jerusalem. His divine mission was painful, but he found strength in the knowledge that he was fulfilling God's will. Wolverine, on his journey, also bears the weight of these choices and actions. Despite being frequently rejected and misunderstood, he continues to fight, often protecting those who cannot defend themselves. A specific passage from the book of Jeremiah resonates with the Wolverine story. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and the future. Jeremiah 29:11. Wolverine, in the midst of the endless struggles, can find an echo of this promise. His life or suffering can be seen as part of a larger plan where his actions and sacrifice have a deeper purpose. Even without a declared fate, Wolverine searches for meaning, a reason for his painful existence, often finding that purpose in protection and bringing justice to others. Wolverine's stories invite us to reflect of the nature of the suffering and redemption. Just as Job and Jeremiah found strength in the faith and mission, Wolverine can find purpose in his own spiritual path. His immortality, rather than being merely a curse, can be seen as an opportunity to strive for something greater than himself. His suffering, like those of the biblical prophets, are not in vain, but can be transformed into a powerful force to protect and save. Wolverine reminds us that even in the most difficult circumstances, meaning and purpose can be found, and that resilience and sacrifice are paths to redemption. Plato's view of death offers another layer of insight into Wolverine's immortality and suffering. Plato saw death not as an end, but as a transition, a liberation of the soul from the physical body into a higher state of existence. In his dialogue Phaedo, Plato argues that death is the separation of the soul and the body, and that true wisdom and knowledge can only be achieved when the soul is freed from bodily limitations. For Wolverine, who is trapped in a body that cannot die, this Platonic view may seem like distant comfort. He is eternally trapped in the physical pain and suffering of the world, unable to achieve the liberation that Plato describes. However, this forced immortality can also be seen as an opportunity to seek a deeper form of wisdom and understanding. Just as Plato suggests that the soul learns and grows through experiences and the physical world, Wolverine may find a kind of enlightenment through his endless struggles. Wolverine then becomes a symbol of the human soul's ongoing struggle to find meaning in the midst of suffering, just as Job and Jeremiah found strength in faith and Plato saw death as a transition to a higher state of existence. Wolverine may seek a form of redemption and wisdom in his immortality. His story challenges us to consider how we face our own struggles and to find purpose in our own journeys, no matter how difficult they may be.